Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Grey Remnant here. On today's episode of Week in Review...
How dare you start without me?
Oh, for God's sake, Wilfred. I didn't want you in this episode. You ruined it last time.
If by ruined you mean added a fascinating dynamic of social commentary, then yes, I am guilty as charged.
No, I disagree. I don't think that's what happened. I think that you hijacked it, and I think that you took it to crazy places that nobody really needs to see. But, you know, I don't suppose I could convince you to leave. You never leave.
I am the eternal nightmare watcher of dimensions unknown.
Okay, well, today's episode is a special episode because a few days ago, I released my entry to the Cave Hanger contest, which is available on my page if you want to check it out. But I also wanted to do a little bonus segment today.
The bonus segment?
Yes, the bonus segment of Champions. I'm going to be doing 3 blogs that were released for the Cave Hanger contest. I'm going to read them and I'm going to review them. My 3 favorites. And there'll actually be 7 more in the qualifier section. But I'm not going to go through all of them because that would just take too much time. Did I say which week it is yet?
No, you did not.
Okay, well, why don't you tell them, Wilfred?
This is the week of September 27th, and it is a week that will redefine your definition of insanity.
Okay, well said, in your own weird little way. So for the blogs, this week, and really this is more like for the past month, these have been released, so it's not going to be, just this week, it's going to be a little, and I also have to point out that there are still, like, at the time I'm taping this, there's still like 20 hours left in the competition. So if somebody releases something epic in that period of time and I don't feature it here, I apologize. But there's nothing I can do. I mean, Week in Review is when it is.
You have been snubbed. Deal with it.
Okay. So we'll start with the bronze medal. And this isn't a real medal. You don't actually get points.
It's only real in your mind.
Yes. You only, this is just like a special little thing I'm doing, okay? So the bronze medal, which doesn't actually exist, goes to a story titled Revolve by Sam. Yes, Sam. This was released a little bit earlier in the competition.
I want to read this one.
Okay, fine. You could read all of them. I don't really want to read anything. I'm kind of not in the mood for that, so have at it.
Okay, then. This is a story called Revolve by Sam. Let us begin. Steve swung his pickaxe downwards as it strenuously connected with the gold ore. He lifted his arms up again, cumbersomely lifting his iron tool above his head. Suddenly, Steve felt a haphazard surge of pain in his back, and in an instant, darkness encompassed him. Steve was falling. Falling was the perfect word to describe Steve's perception of his situation. The darkness around him was blazing with a myriad of colorful star-like dots and lines. There were thousands of them. They twinkled and danced around Steve enthusiastically. The shifting colors seemed so surreal and hypnagogic. Not sure what that word means, but I'll just ignore that. Hypnagogic. I was gonna say hypnotic, because I'm not sure that's a real word. I think that Sam's having a laugh at all of our expenses.
Get back to the story, dude.
Okay, fine. It's hypnagogic to him. This unusual experience felt drawn out and endless, as if time had stopped and Steve was frozen. It was like an ice-cold hand had reached out inside of him and forcefully grasped his heart, chilling it to the core. Suddenly, there was color. Above and below, Steve could make out the different shapes of the world he had come to know and love take form. Steve rushed into the bright sunlight and found himself to be ankle-deep in a pool of water. He looked around, evaluating his surroundings and breathing in the crisp air. Steve's eyes connected with the golden grains of sand, and he realized he had been transported to a beach. Waves lapped onto the sand, and the sun above him sliced through the vibrant blue of the clear sky. Steve checked his inventory. Empty. Steve energetically lifted his legs out of the water, ready to begin his journey again. That is Revolve in its entirety.
Okay, yeah, so that was one of my favorites because it was kind of poetic and in a vague sort of way. Obviously, Steve was killed by the monsters, and that's what he experienced while he was respawning.
It's trippy as hell.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a pretty unique idea, and I think that it's well worded and it's pretty creative use of vocabulary. I liked it. So good job, Sam. Well done.
You are Sam!
Alright, let's move on to the silver medal for the Cave Hanger contest, which goes to a blog titled Just a Pickaxe by Perfectionist. So, Wilfred, you wanna go ahead and read this?
Yes, I would indeed like to read this one. This one takes the form of a poem, and so there will be rhyming. Calm yourself. The rhyming is not witchcraft, it is just rhyming. This is not a spell I'm about to read. Or is it? Perhaps I'm dooming the world to 17 years of famine. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. But let us get onward with this. A stone pickaxe and gold ore. Steve questioned how many strikes more. Again and again with weary arms he tried, frustration making his senses fried. Unbeknownst to him, he was not alone. He was among the zombies in their lair-like home, where venomous spiders were pets. Venturing close meant his life was up for bets. More frustration and a simple slip. To his head pierced the malevolent pick. Blood gushed out in a screaming river. His draining out life gave a final shiver. Clammy hands pushed his body into a plummeting void, where dreams of horror murmured him destroyed. Into the stomach of nothingness his body fell. Memories got eaten away, and were no longer a story to tell. Blanketed by a shrouding of eerie black gloom, peaceful silence was starting to bloom. Distantly were dim torches shone, whispering voices breathed, it was time to roam. Feeling dazed, Steve awakened in bed. An oozing gash was etched in his head. He had not just dreamed, things were not how they seemed. In the dark where zombies lurk, one on its bloody face, a frothing smirk. With a simple stone pickaxe clenched in its fist, it schemes and awaits you in the ominous mist.
So yes, that well said. Well done, Wilfred. Hey, that was another kind of work of poetry that was kind of about what Steve experiences as he's responding. It's kind of like the other one, but you could tell that I like the poetic stuff based on what I'm giving the awards out to.
Poetry is for nerds.
Yes, but it's really well worded, and it was fun. It's fun to read if you do read it out loud. It's actually really well done. All of the words rhyme. So good job, Perfectionist. The gold medal goes to one that I knew instantly was one of the best ones out there, and still to this day it is one of the top contenders. And it's called Diorama: An Awakening by Tech Zero, who is now, I believe, going by the name what is it, Wilfred?
Destiny Gene. Oh.
So yes, Tech Zero, also known as Destiny Gene, apparently, wrote this. So Wilfred, you wanna take it away?
Yes, sir. Here we go. It ran out of film. A red pulsing diode agitated a hobbyist who grunted and tightly clenched his fist. He opened up the camera's chamber and closely examined the full tape. The Lego vignette was left in a cliffhanger. He turned around to see his little brother, who failed to sneak a preview. "Steve!" he commanded. "Do not touch anything! I'll go to the store and buy something." Grabbing his coat from a stud on the cracked wall, he nudged Steve through the studio door, which he soon locked, and whose key he placed on top of his collection cabinet. Reluctantly, he notified the laboring parents and departed the premises. Steve ambitiously opened the wardrobe, heaved several sets and stacked them on the ground. He clambered up and acquired the key to the fragrant sandalwood portal. He marveled at his brother's film set, a large videotape recorder positioned at a model cavern embellished by variegated Lego bricks, plants, and figurines illuminated by pivotal ceiling lamps. However, he heard a vigorous trembling at the right. Swiftly, he equipped his cell phone and pressed record. Motile dark bricks and skeletons threatened to disrupt the vignette. In reply, the figure holding a pickaxe charged at them, accompanied by the zombie and spider. Steve was timelessly transfixed by the diorama of brick warfare. "Steve!" exclaimed his brother. "What have you done?" Startled, he blinked at the scene, and all movement ceased. He frantically checked his phone. It ran out of battery. Oh! Another cliff. So it starts with a cliffhanger and ends with one too.
Yes, it starts with a cliffhanger and it ends with another cliffhanger made by somebody else in a totally different way. But I just think this is a really creative idea, breaking the fourth wall, which a lot of people did, but this was, I think, the first one that broke the fourth wall.
Everything after this one is plagiarized.
Yes, lots of copycats after that. But yeah, I just thought it was really well written, and it was pretty creative. So good job, Tech Zero. It's the best one I've seen out there.
Yours is still the best by far. I can confirm.
Yes, we know. You really like mine. The only reason you like mine is because it's dark and depressing, and you like dark and depressing things.
Darkness for the win! Darkness forever!
Interestingly, somebody compared my my blog to Titanic. I don't know what my blog has in common with that.
Maybe if Steve had turned to the monsters and said, "Draw me like one of your French girls."
Yes, it's not like Steve did that. That would have been weird. But yeah, I don't know what you. I hate that movie. First of all,
the whole time I was just waiting for the goddamn ship to sink.
Yeah, well, that's not the reason. I mean, but that was odd. I forget who did that. I was taken aback. I was like, the Titanic, what? but yeah. So let's get into the actual week in review. We'll start with structure of the week. The bronze medal goes to a build titled Tropical Orient by Pixel Beaster. This is a massive city, kind of in like on a tropical series of islands. It's got tons of architecture.
It looks like the perfect place to go on vacation. I myself would like to take a cruise here one of these days, but unfortunately I don't have the proper funds because I was fired from my job after that Illuminati incident. I was merely speaking the truth, but the powers that be thought it necessary to silence me.
No, you were silenced because you were insane. Also, you stole some shit from the science building.
That was never proven.
Okay. Well, this is a beautiful tropical paradise, and it's got tons of structures, some statues, some custom palm trees. It's all very, very beautiful, and it glows in the sunlight.
Thank you, global warming.
Why are you thanking global warming?
Because if not for global warming, it wouldn't glow like that. The sun pouring down, irradiating everyone. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful symphony of majesty and wonders.
Okay, but yeah, overall, good job, Pixel Beaster. Well done. Actually, this week, we're giving out 2 bronze medals.
Why couldn't you make up your damn mind?
Yeah, I couldn't make my mind up because it was all very close, and there were lots of projects this week, I'll have you know.
Excuses.
Yes, okay. So the second bronze medal goes to a build titled Sauzelor's World by Bed Porsche.
I demand that you allow me to review this one in its entirety without interruption.
Okay, go ahead.
This is a kingdom lost to the pages of time. There's a castle with a clock in it. Alright, that's it, I'm done.
What?
That's it, I reviewed it.
That's not a review. You said that was a sentence. What are you talking about? You have to go more in depth than that. You can't just go like, oh, there's a castle and a clock. The end.
I think that what I said was quite poetic, and it summed it up in a word.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well, I'll take over from here. This is a beautiful map with a palace with a clock tower kind of embedded into it. There's some eagles and some organic work.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to talk about the organic work.
How could you have possibly missed that? There's like tons of organic. There's like a dragon spewing fire, a giant scorpion, which looks creepy as hell, and a boat. And you didn't talk about any of them. You skipped over it.
My apologies.
But no, this has got a lot of nice terraforming and a lot of nice structural components. And the trees are fantastic as well, and I really like the organic figures in it. So well done, Bed Porsche. Good job.
I think that this was the best review I've ever done.
No, you really didn't. You did a terrible job. That was the worst review I've ever heard in my entire life. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should feel great shame.
I regret nothing. I am truth, and you can't handle it. You can't handle me.
Nothing he's saying is true. Nothing he's saying is true. He is completely insane. He's lying.
Everything I say is fact. Fact!
Okay. The silver medal, of which there are 2 as well.
My God, you need to apply yourself. Apply yourself!
No, there were really a lot of projects this week, Wilfred. I had to give multiple medals. I mean, there's no way to do it fairly.
I can't believe this.
Alright, so the first silver medal goes to a build titled Manufactorum by Rodan.
Oh, this is quite a nice one. This is a...
No. You reviewed the last one and you didn't do a very good job. It's my turn.
I beg to differ. I think that I did a great job, and I think that it is my turn.
This is a giant castle that also happens to be kind of like a miniature representation of a factory. You got like this conveyor belt kind of leading into it, and you got another conveyor belt kind of dumping stuff by the shore. Really, really neat. It's a neat idea.
It looks very ominous. Very, very ominous. I'm not quite sure what this is used to construct. Perhaps it is making an army of golems that the Illuminati will use to wipe out all life on Earth.
No, that's not what it's doing. I think it's just making like some stuff. Some neat stuff. But he's got lots of icicles hanging from it, which is a nice little touch, and it looks brilliant, to be totally honest. So very, very well done, Rodan. The second silver medal,
which will be handed out by me.
Okay, yep, yeah, your turn, whatever. Goes to Lindblumen, who made Zanarkland. Zanarkland.
Yes, this is a futuristic utopia on the planet Zinthar, in the Formosa Galaxy. This is where the Dark Lord Xenu hosted his Sweet 16 party, back before he sent his citizens to Earth to be frozen and then nuked with hydrogen bombs.
Okay, you realize that Scientology isn't real, right?
Scientology absolutely is real. It is the one faith that has actual evidence supporting it.
What evidence?
Lots of evidence. You just fail to see it because you're blind to the truth.
Now this is a really well done build. So good job, Lindblumen. The gold medal this week goes to a very, very special build titled Divinity.
Oh, Divinity.
Yes, Divinity. Made by Divine Medicus. You might remember him from back in May when he won Week in Review for The Fear of Space.
Oh, that was one of my favorites.
Yes. Well, now 4 months later, he's posting his final build to cap off a PMC career that stems back far before Week in Review even existed. So this is his last build. So this is a very special build. Divinity is an amalgamation of structures, terraforming, and organic work.
The structural component is a massive palace composed of dozens of high-reaching towers. It's an array of stunning detailing, conical roofing, flying buttresses, and unique architecture.
Yes, quite right. But it's not composed entirely of somber tones like you might expect. Instead, it's kind of like a bright combination of blue and orange hues. It's extremely vivid and saturated in a cheerful array of uplifting color patterns.
Yes, and don't forget the series of floating islands flanking the castle, each adorned with massive trees sprouting amber leaves. This portion of the project emits an identifiably autumn feel to it, and it's especially noticeable when compared to the spring-like color pattern on the palace. It's as if the castle is immune to the seasonal changes occurring around it. It's like that movie Groundhog Day, except instead of Bill Murray, you have a castle.
It's interesting you connected it to that movie. And of course, how could this build be complete without a gigantic dragon and a winged demon warlord standing atop a mighty pillar? I'll tell you this, Divine Medicus knows how to design wings.
It sure does. He's a master wing designer.
Wing designer?
Yes, don't make fun of my mispronunciation of the word, you bastard.
Oh no, this isn't a bad note to go out on. In fact, it's quite a good one.
We can only hope that Divine Medicus is in a better place. You will be sorely missed, good sir.
Wilfred, he's not dead. He's just not playing Minecraft anymore.
Oh, my apologies. So long, dude. Thanks for all the stellar work.
Yes. So, yeah, that was Divine Medicus's last build. Farewell, good citizen. Well done.
I personally think you're overrated. Good riddance.
Okay, yes, don't listen to him. Moving on to terraforming this week.
Terraforming of champions!
Yes, the terraforming of champions. The bronze medal goes to a build titled Eternal Springs by Green Windu.
This looks like something out of a fantasy movie, a fantasy film. It looks like something out of Neverland. Yes.
Yes, it does. It does look quite fantastical and quite beautiful. There's lots of these nice little, I don't know if I'm going to call them pink trees, kind of all over the place.
Yes, like heads of broccoli standing up amongst the plains, and it is just pristine and beautiful in every way.
So well done, Green Windu. Green Windu does stuff like this all the time, but I feel like the trees really brought this to the next level. So yeah, that was what?
I need to tell you something of vital importance. Now listen carefully.
Okay, what is it?
Your hat looks stupid. Stupid!
Okay. Moving on to the silver medal.
The day of reckoning has arrived! My turn!
Okay, sure. I won't stop you because there's no point. I mean, you're not to be trifled with, right?
Damn straight!
The silver medal goes to a build titled Northern Island by Soup Bob.
Soup Bob. What kind of name is that? You're an embarrassment to your family, Soup Bob.
Alright, yeah, I don't think you should be insulting the person right off the bat. I think you should get to reviewing the actual terrain.
Oh yes, the terrain. The terrain is a beautiful tundric mountain range of beauty and wonders. And it's got fantastic renders as well. So good job, Soup Bob.
Once again, you didn't do enough. You gotta say more than that. You can't just say... You can't just cut it short. Show some effort, sir.
I don't have time for this. I have to get back to work.
What are you working on?
I'm building a nuclear bomb in my backyard.
Again?
Yes, again. For the 5th time. This time the US government will not find it. It will remain hidden.
Well, I could see it. It's kind of just like... You leaned it against the oak tree in our backyard. And it's got the word nuclear warhead written across it crudely in red paint.
Well, yes, I mean, I don't want people mistaking it for a propane tank or something. That could backfire horribly.
I don't think that's going to work. But no, this is some beautiful terrain. And I love the cliff sides that he did. If you look at them, they're really, really beautiful. Especially in the render. It kind of look like they've got some green and blue tones to them. And it's really, really spectacular. So good work, Soup Bob. Well done. The gold medal this week goes to a terrain titled Little Swamp by Owls. In the past, terraforming on Weekend Review has always been characterized by rigid mountains, dips, valleys, cliff sides. But this week we're changing it up a bit.
That's right. Little Swamp is not a landscape of extreme altitude changes. It's completely flat. Instead of taking advantage of a 3-dimensional space, this map makes maximal use of its 2-dimensional surface.
That's right. The whole map is made up of splashes of clay, grass, water, and foliage, which are strewn together in spiraling, splintered patterns. When you look at an overhead view of this map, there's a sort of elegant, modern art-esque feel to it. It's brilliantly composed, and it looks beautiful.
And the plant life in this map is exceptional as well. You've got these red and white custom trees, lily pads, and flowers bringing the whole landscape to life. Yes. In the center are 3 large water lilies, which serve as the temporary residence for the Legion of Doom!
No, those are botanical garden centers.
Which is temporarily being used by the Legion of Doom to synthesize a species of plants that will wipe out all of mankind by emitting toxic spores that make us all kill ourselves.
No, dude, that's the plot of The Happening, which was a sucky movie.
Indeed it was, but I'm still taking credit for it.
Why would you take credit for something that was terrible?
Because, well, I'm not entirely proud of it, but M. Night Shyamalan still stole it from me.
Yes, I guess every movie that's ever been made was stolen from you.
Indeed, how did you know?
I just guessed, because that's something that you would say, I would think.
Illuminati confirmed.
No, Illuminati, no. But turning these giant lilies into modern architectural marvels was a great idea, and it adds an element of interactivity to this map. And you also got these clay walkways that swirl about the map and are lined with these modern lamps, which illuminate the map at night. It looks really cool. You can see one of the buildings had glows green.
That's because it is emitting nuclear radiation. I believe that this building is being used by Iran to generate nuclear weapons, and if I am elected president, I will tear up the Iran deal and nuke Iran into oblivion.
Alright, what about Israel? Israel would get a lot of fallout from that.
Yes, well, Israel's just going to have to take one for the team.
You're an anti-Semite.
I am not. I'll have you know that I am a big fan of the Jews.
Okay. At first glance, Little Swamp looks to be a completely natural phenomenon, but upon closer inspection, it becomes clear that this is more like a high-class public park. There's a lot of subtle infrastructure that makes this terrain fun to walk about, but it doesn't take away from the natural beauty that saturates this map. In and of itself. So really well done, Owls. I thought this was one of the most original terraforming maps I've seen in a long time. Okay, moving on to organic work.
Oh, dear God, I'm late for the tea party! I'll be back momentarily.
Okay, well, come back once you get that sorted out.
God damn it!
Okay, so the bronze medal for organic work this week goes to a build titled MEDUSA by Build Team Star. This is MEDUSA. Yeah, I mean, you know what this is. This is that ancient Greek mythological monster.
And if you stare into her eyes, you will be turned to stone! Stone!
Yes. And she's also holding a bow. Does Medusa have a bow in that, mythology?
I'm not sure. Perhaps this is if Medusa were in the Hunger Games.
Okay, yeah, that would actually make sense, yeah. She would probably do well at the Hunger Games.
Yes, she would.
So good job, Build Team Star. That was some pretty impressive work. Oh, good, you're back. Okay.
I just saved the world from certain destruction. You're welcome, America.
Good for you. So the silver medal for organic work this week goes to a build titled Safira, the White Dragon by Bow Builder.
Bow Builder, yes. This is a giant dragon with 4 wings, and it's got the head of a ram. Yes, the head of or perhaps a goat. Not really sure. How many legs does this thing have? Does it have 5 legs? I don't know. It looks kind of strange. But this is an amalgamation of beasts. It has been summoned by the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and it will ravage the plains and wipe out all of mankind, leaving only cows behind.
Why cows?
Because goats and cows are BFFs, bro. BFFs for life.
Doesn't make any goddamn sense, but okay. Good job, Bow Builder. That was an impressive, crazy little organic figure. Which brings us to the gold medal, the final medal of the week, which goes to a build titled Dragon Lady by Craftological.
Oh, the Dragon Lady of lore. Is this like that fat woman from, Misery?
No, that she was the Dragon Woman. This is the Dragon Lady. Very, very different.
Oh, does she hobble someone?
Maybe. I don't know. She doesn't seem to have a sledgehammer, but we'll have to... Maybe Craftological will add that. But this is probably one of the most ambitious humanoid figures I've ever seen on PMC. It's not a particularly large figure. It's just a complex one. You know, nothing in this build is safe or conservative. It's all tricky to execute. You got these arms and legs that are all bent and folded at extreme angles. The fingers and the talons are clenched and rigid. The wings are outstretched and partially folded, and the tail curls and twists in spectacular fashion.
And there are boobs.
Yes, she has. Well, she's a woman, so I would assume that she.
Yes. I'm sort of, apologies, but I'm sort of in a trance. I can't look away. I must have them.
Well, that's not...
Why are you laughing at me? How dare you? Can't you see I'm in love with this woman? I must find her and profess my love.
Okay. Okay, well...
Oh, this is a serious matter! I intend to marry this woman! She will be my bride!
Well, this is not at all easy to execute.
Don't ignore me! I'm having a one-on-one bro moment here with you!
Well, I'm sure that she will. I'm sure that she will accept you. Even though you're a twisted, horrible person that nobody should ever get involved with romantically in any capacity. But it's not easy to execute all of these shapes and forms while still maintaining the anatomical integrity of the figure, nor is it easy to design long pluming hair and perfect facial features.
Oh, she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. Please marry me, Dragon Lady. Please. I'm so lonely.
It's amazing how spot on every joint and limb is. And just for extra effect, Craftological added 3 glowing orbs.
3 glowing orbs of love.
Okay. Well, they are pink, so that's possible. And they're placed perfectly in correspondence with the position of the arms and the tilt of the shoulders. It's a simply flawless execution in every regard, and I doubt anyone could have done this better. So really well done, Craftological.
Dragon Lady, come away with me, lest ye face my terrible wrath.
That's it for the week.
Is it?
But we still have some badges to hand out.
Oh, I knew it!
Yes, badges. We have actually a ton of badges to hand out this week. The first of which goes to CC Architecture, who got the Jack of all Trades badge.
I'll handle this one. You, sir, can do many things, but you are haphazardly bad at all of them. You have shamed your family name.
Pixel Beaster got 2 badges. He got the Multi-Talented badge and the Mason badge.
Oh, what a joyful day!
Yes. Oakley09 and Owls both got the Landscaper badge.
Now fight to the death, you fools! Fight!
And Nexus MC got 2 badges, the Hat Trick badge and the Artist badge.
Where the hell has he been all these years?
Yeah, he's back after like 4 months of inactivity, but he didn't win any medals. He just got edged out by a little bit. If it had been a little bit of a weaker week...
You have been snubbed, good sir.
No, he legitimately got edged out. Craftological also got the artist badge.
Good on you.
And Lindblumen and Divine Medicus got the Master Crafter badge.
Oh, what kind of epic skills could have warranted such an immense honor?
So, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Toss me a diamond. Toss the map creator some diamonds as well.
And share this video with everyone you've ever met.
And I will see you guys again next week. Thank you very much for watching.
I'd like to take this moment to share with you all a story. Once upon a time, back before the age of the dinosaurs, there was a sentient lobster known by all as Padu, the Reaper of Worlds. In the beginning...
5, 4, 3...